Howdy folks, I'm Clark Garen, one of the owners of KAKZ Television Channel 4. And I'm here to talk to you today about President-elect Donald Trump and Carrier air conditioning. Now, Donald Trump did something that Barack Obama has refused to do for 8 years. He picked up the phone and he called somebody. He called the president of Carrier Air Conditioning and said, "What can we do to work out something so you guys don't move those jobs to Mexico?" Now, the president of Carrier Air Conditioning had been listening to what Donald said during the campaign about tariffs, and he was real concerned about what was going to happen. But he didn't work out of fear. They worked out of accommodation. And they worked out a deal with the state of Indiana, where Indiana is going to give Carrier $700,000 a year in tax relief. Not tax subsidy, where the taxpayers pay the money, but $700,000 of taxes they don't have to pay. And instead of paying Indiana, they're going to pay to run their business, and they're going to keep 800 jobs in Indiana. 800 people who thought they were going to be unemployed now have a wonderful Christmas because they continue to have jobs paying them over $30 an hour, continue to keep their homes, put their kids through college. They get to do all these things. They get to earn their living instead of receive government subsidies as the unemployed. Well, you would think that the Democrats would be thrilled that all these 800 people managed to avoid being on welfare, managed to avoid being people who were 50 years old with no work. No. Bernie Sanders is very upset that this is a bad precedent. This is a horrible precedent, paying companies not to move to Mexico. And this is a later take of this editorial. I did one a little earlier and I went back to review it, and my videographer, Adrian Van Meekeren, said, well, he's a little upset about this too, because what happens if everybody does this? But he forgot something. These 800 people who are making 30 bucks an hour are going to pay an awful lot more taxes than $700,000 a year. The amount of money that Carrier is being forgiven from taxes is a pittance compared to the amount of taxes these workers are going to pay and contribute to the government, so the government can basically support other people who don't want to work instead of these people at Carrier who do want to work for a living. And that's why this is a good deal, and you really need to question Democrats, Bernie Sanders, people on the left when they criticize this deal. The question is, why? Look at all the economics. All the economics, this is a great deal, and people need to be saying, thank you, President-elect Trump, instead of criticizing him. Thank you.